And welcome one and all back to the Valley in the Shadow. You're here with me, OneManJack. We're back to Ring Runners. Wow, it feels like it has been literal ages since I played this game, and I don't even remember where I was in the story. It looks like, did I steal that fighter class already? Hang on. Yes? Where was I? I don't remember stealing the fighter class ship. I guess I did. Oh yeah, I did! That was the last thing I did in that racing galaxy. There was an F5 Mercury that was up for grabs if you won the race, so I straight up stole it. Okay. Squell Burgers just ahead. While we're here, we might as well get a pickle dog with extra relish. No thanks. I'm not hungry. Come on, I'll split it with ya. I do not. Oh man, it's been so long. I'm gonna eat shit and die. I haven't played this in ages. There's a line. I thought this was supposed to be hyperfood. It only goes as fast as people decide. Maybe we could make a suggestion. Pickle dogs? I was thinking more like hot rockets with a side of laser sauce. Is that on the menu? I mean, shoot them, you simp. Okay, so... I mean, I can just... Murder. Did I turn off? Hold on. My lasers aren't making sounds. So you think you can just bust up a line at a restaurant, waltz away? We're gonna send you back to Mother in a cardboard box! Always refreshing to see that murder solves all problems in this universe. How am I? I'm completely out of energy, aren't I? Oop, I'm dead. Okay, so... what a wonderful start! Let's, from hangar. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta kit out my gear. Gotta get that manta. Ooh, yeah, this is an empty manta ray. I'm gonna have to take a while to get this everything like I want it. Starting with cloak. Okay, so, after an entire 20 minutes of sorting through options, let me take you on a tour of my new hole. Oh man, this is, in fact, my favorite C5R Manta class caster rogue bomber stealth ship. And here's what we got going. The linchpin of this ship, that's probably the wrong word to use, is the cloaking device and the disrupting weapons. Now, cloaking devices, of course, it gives you cloak, but usually anything that isn't cloak will reduce cloak. That stealth delta of increased cloak per second, you have a cloak value that's a number that decreases whenever you move, like firing your engines, or attack, like firing weapons, with the exception that a lot of rogue weapons do not reduce stealth, but most normal weapons, like all caster weapons and missiles, will reduce stealth. But that is counteracted by the disrupting weaponry, which increases stealth based on all damage you deal. So past that, just having the cloaking device, I've got my entire stealth array kited out with passive benefits, like reduced damage from area of effect abilities. We get bonus damage based on stealth. We get every kill gives full stealth. That's going to be handy, probably. And the shield scrambler. Reduce enemy shield regen when you damage them. I don't know how useful this is going to be, but it sounded fun. And the alternative was get just reduced damage dealt to you based on stealth, and I don't want to go for that. For utility, we've got the Restalker, collision plating to keep me from dying when I drive like a bumper car, and more armor. We've got, not that, we've got heat-seeking rockets and the Anathemos relics, which are just some basically spam rockets that have the buff. I've given them thermal damage and sapping warheads to reduce enemy energy. That's gonna be fun. Got the turtle shield, which is just a big-ass shield. It slows you down, but I'm probably going to need that shielding. We have the volatile power hub, which is massive regeneration, but a very low stock, which means I'm going to be banking on regenning more energy than I use, which should usually end up being true. Got pretty basic coolant sink. I took the stato potential field for my mass emitter instead of the Madrati pulsar and something else, because I like the stato potential, and you are usually outnumbered in this game. Over here, we've got... It hurt me to do... Wait, no, not here. We've got... Where do I have this? Why? We've got the Star Seeder. That just causes a supernova. You know what that does. The Critical Time Loop saves my ass pretty hard. The Comet Relay, you know what that does. And the Forked Path Catalyst. That's one of my favorites I'm looking forward to showing off. Over here, we got the Caster Drive, Advanced Caster, and the Protovolt Arcing Cannon. And I ended up not putting my favorite Sign Cannon on the build this time around, because I kind of just ran out of room for it. I ran out of weapon buttons. I've got 8 different murder buttons. I don't have any more. We'll see. Well, I might add it back on later. See, got a pretty basic engine. We took the persistent drive to reduce debuffs that impair movement speed, because I like being able to move. We've got the caster core completely kited out. The charge caster core, I need to bind that, don't I? Bind that to down on the D-pad. We've got the ultimate amp, increased damage done by area of effect, which is the Star Seeder and the Comet, and mostly just those two, actually. But those two deal a lot of damage. You got Glass Cannon, deal more, take more. Continuity limits damage taken to 1/3 of your health every 0.33 seconds. So if an enemy has a nuke that will literally one-shot you, it'll only deal 1/3 your damage. So that can be useful in certain situations. Bounce plating, because again, I drive like a bumper car. And the charge caster core, pretty sure you know what that does. For Sage abilities, I took the shield macro, and I actually lied. I don't want salvation. I want stubborn thread? Yeah, prevent damage that would destroy your ship. And that means we can take amplifier from faster shields or steadfast thread, reduce duration of debuffs. Yeah, so let's reduce debuffs, because that combined with the persistent shielding means I should be pretty slippery. Alright, that only took 100,000 plex worth of items to purchase, but I am ready to murder. Alright, let's try this again, but with feeling. Oh god, I love stealth. Okay. Okay. Just gotta get a feel for this ship again. It's been a long time since I was playing in a Manta. There's a line. Now, we could wait in line. There's actually an achievement for waiting in line, and also an achievement for murdering your way through. I'm sorry. For murdering your way through. Shouldn't mumble. But considering where we are, and all problems are solved with murder, let's just... Wait, what was it? One moment. Let's make sure I do this classy. It was this button. Whee! Bump! Oh my god, that was fun. Just summon a fucking comet on top of them. Alright, let's move this way. Forked path! There are now 2 more of me. Alright. Okay. Now let's go get a pickle dog to replace some of those electrolytes you just sweated out. Bruh, I just murdered like 10 people in the span of a second. Oh, wait. Can my clones summon comets too? Oh, that will be delicious. Oh, I can't wait. Let's grab these buffs. Welcome to Squellburger! How can we fill your stomach today? Sorry about your patrons. Don't worry, they had already paid their tab. Oh, okay. So you don't mind me killing your customers as long as they pay up first. How can I help you? I just have a question. I'd be happy to answer any menu-related questions. Where can I ask a non-menu-related question? You may try our corporate office in Starlagmite City. It's not far from here. I'll give you the coordinates. Okay, thanks. Spoiler alert. I can't help but notice that we didn't order any food. Suddenly digesting a pickle is not fun for me. Selfish. Spoiler alert, no cashier knows the location of the corporate office. I don't care who they are or where they work for. If you're an hourly wage labor earning up front, you do not know where corporate office is. Yeah. Let's see. Dine and bash for killing or patient patron for waiting in line. Oh, there's the achievement, dine and bash. Tempted to replay it and wait just for the achievement, but I'm not gonna. Oh my god, it feels so good. Like, not just to play this game again, but so good to be back in my C5R Manta. Like, I've got a bunch of other ships that I like and can run really well. I've got a really disgusting rogue ship. Oh, hold on. This is a great opportunity to ingratiate ourselves to the Squell. Who are they fighting? They appear to be solicitors from the R-Corps, a rival chain of hyperfood restaurants. I better get there quick. One of them died while I was looking. So, as I was saying, I do have other ships that I play. I specifically have a nasty rogue ship, like a pure rogue hull, that will just fuck someone's day up. But I don't know. I just wouldn't feel right playing something other than this. Okay, so that's that. We have... Okay. Alright. Okay, getting back in the swing of things. Gotta like refamiliarize myself with how I have this bound up, because this isn't quite the binding I usually go with. And that Metal Gear style solid exclamation point. No, that's the wrong words. That Metal Gear Solid style exclamation point was me losing my stealth. My stealth! I can word good! I pronunciate! So, that is me losing my stealth. Sorry about that. It's springtime, and I don't like springtime. I don't feel good. I don't sound good. And let's reload some missiles back into the base. Okay. Summon up some more clones. Whoop. You. I like how the clone ships are just you. Oh shit, I never explained that. So that forked path catalyst that I have, it's basically you reach out into other nearby dimensions and pull a copy of yourself through time and space into this dimension. And for a short amount of time, they remain in this dimension and help you fight. After which, reality firmly reasserts itself and they snap back to their original dimension, or something like that. Bonus completed. Upper management material. Thank you, Witch. Thanks for the help, friend. How can we repay you? I'm glad you should ask. With information, please. I'm searching for a man named Calypso. Yes, I believe my bud Skane can help you with that. Bud? In Squell terms, that's like a sibling child. He's the CEO... Wait. Sibling and... Oh god, they're incest! He's the CEO of Squellburger. You'll find him at corporate headquarters. That never clicked until just now. There's a lot of things that I never, like, fully understood about this game until this playthrough, which is kind of weird because I've beaten it multiple times, but... Sibling child. That phrase literally only makes sense if they're incestuous. Which, I mean... I guess that's not the worst thing. I mean, incest is only a taboo for our culture because we know it gives a pretty severe chance of giving the child genetic. Oh fuck! What's the science word for it? Incest is only taboo because it fucks with the children and it gives them genetic disabilities. Which, before you say, Jack, you're an incestuous cuck? No, I'm not. I'm just saying that there was a time in the human culture where incest was expected of the royal class, and that only became a taboo when we found out that it's a really bad idea. So, I guess if the Squell don't have genetic, disfigurement? That's a really horrible word. What I'm trying to get is that if there isn't a problem, like a biological problem with them being incestuous, I guess it probably wouldn't have become taboo in their culture. Ugh, it's just a weird... Let's think about something else, please. I want to go back to murder. Welcome to Squell Burger Unlimited. It's a pleasure to assist you today. I'm here to see Scully. Cube Witch sent me. One moment, please. Dot, dot, dot. Oh no, it's the triple dot, not the... Oh no, she sent the triple dot. Apologies for the delay. My bud told me all about you. You seek Calypso. Regretfully, that is no easy matter. He approached me to enlist the aid of another bud of mine. I can tell you that this bud is a sage. Prove to me that you are not working for the consortium, and I will share more details. Okay, how do I prove that? The CIR control this city, and they claim to preserve order, but they care little for financial matters. They won't help us resolve our dispute with the R-Corps, but perhaps you can. I guess it was too much to hope that he'd need a taste tester. Yeah, Nero, it probably was. Before I further your involvement in this burger war, I think I owe you an explanation. Go on. The fourth ring is CR territory, but we own the exclusive rights to burger diners in the fifth ring. When the R-Corps brought their 7R donut franchise into our ring, we didn't complain. They weren't direct competition. That was until they rolled out the glazed burger. As the name implies, it's a ring-shaped burger patty between a glazed donut bun, cheese and bacon optional but recommended. It's been wildly successful, partially because of the donut, but it's the onion ring that puts it over the top. I normally don't have the organelles for Solarian hyperfood, but the thing's scandalous. They import it from their 6R stores, which they claim to have the best rings in the rings. I must concede they're not lying. Why don't you just copy their onion rings? They're encrypted. Because you can encrypt an onion ring now. ... Destroy the R-Corps transports coming from the 6R before they reach 7R stores. They're loaded with the precious onion rings that make the glazed burgers so And there's the first transport. Ah, shit, I've just noticed this is not recording well, is it? Whoops, let's fix that real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Should be smooth again. I completely missed what they said. Ah, okay. Murdered them right quick. Oh, I forgot to include that one module that reduces the cooldown of movement abilities. I might need to go back and get that. Oh man, the Wilhelm scream! It was there. It was very faint, but it was there. Oh man, I love that. I actually didn't know what the Wilhelm scream was for the longest time. I just knew it as the Mos Eisley scream because in third transport in I think was it on the Nintendo 64 it was Rogue Squadron, I think, a Star Wars space fighting game. On one of the first missions, Mos Eisley, if you killed a certain drone, or there were humans, civilians off to the side, and if you killed them, I think if you killed all of them, one of them would make the Wilhelm scream, and that was, like, even then, that Wilhelm scream just sounded so perfect. Ah, it's good stuff. All this talk about glazed burgers has given me a hankering for one. Yeah, but thanks to us, they won't have any onion rings in them. They might have some left, but I doubt they'd serve us. Calypso owes us a glazed burger. Nunion rings? You dunion rings. Let me guess, do it quickly? Under 240 seconds. Yep. Casters are good at murder. The fuck is this? Oh, this mission. Our Corps have switched their manifestors from producing burgers and donuts to drones. They can do that? You can make anything out of Plex with the right blueprint. The only thing our Corps doesn't make out of Plex are their devilish onion rings. All they had to do was move their machines from the kitchen to a hangar. But we're not about to let ourselves be overrun by their food-turned-fighters. Unfortunately, this is one time in which quality doesn't pay. Our food is produced naturally, so we don't have... I'm using the Nero voice. Our food is produced naturally, so we don't have nearly as many manifestors, but we have you. Every machine we had stamping out sporks will be set to make turrets and placed at your service. This Gemini relay is responsible for sending out advertisements to a large section of the universe. We cannot allow it to fall. Okay. Oh, that's wrong. So they've got two trenches here. Let's see, right about here. So, wait, no. I need to go deeper. This choke point. This is where you do it. Let's see, it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then 3, 3, 3, 3. And then I go chill out in the bottom with the rest of the turrets. Ah, F. They were starting at the bottom? Let's quickly drop drones. Okay. I almost didn't get that set up in time, but we're fine now. Alright, so since I've deployed my turrets in these chokeholds, I can pretty much just kind of sit back. You know, I think I will. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit back and relax. So, howdy, how y'all doing? It's, man, it's fucking been a while since I played this game. I uploaded some episodes recently. Those have been sitting on my hard drive for months. Literal months. I recorded those like back when I want to say back when I first started doing YouTube. Back when I first started doing YouTube and I was like uploading like at least weekly, and then I stopped for like a month or two. And then I came back, those episodes had been sitting on my hard drive for that long, unedited, but the footage was there. So if I seemed completely out of touch and I didn't mention anything at all to why I'd been silent for so long, that was why, because that was old ass voice. This shouldn't sit on my hard drive for too long though. Hopefully. No promises about the next episode though. That I don't know. I do have a bad habit of recording a bunch of these. Like Darkest Dungeon, I swear I've got at least 15 episodes of that recorded, because that game's just so fucking fun! Oh, it's so good. So glad I got that on sale. Now, when I said, oh god, not this mission, I said it because this, I have a special amount of hatred in my heart for this mission, because when I was trying to get all of the achievements and challenges, one of them is to beat this mission, do not let a single drone pass the edge of the trench on a certain difficulty. And boy howdy, that mission was a piece of shit. Like, I ended up beating it by dumping almost all of my my turrets in the top turret, and then sitting down here in the bottom turret, and then just manually gutting down pretty much everything with my 2 photon blasters. I got the double blaster and then the single blaster. I got the shield thing. That doesn't do much. And oh man, that was tough. It was even harder when I started doing it closer to the entrance, but I realized that if you set up in this choke point down here, then it's a lot easier, because then you can stack your turrets tighter, and the enemies will have to stack up, and your turrets, they'll miss less, because the enemies will have to drive right through them, and you can... It works better. Choke points. I don't have to explain. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. My tongue was, like, really thick, and I was having trouble pronunciating. So I got me a cola, and it's fucking delicious. Oh god, I've got a crippling addiction to soda. But I got me some good soda. And, yeah, sorry if I'm a little bit burpy. I'll try and restrain it. Probably should have just cut this entire section. Ha! That'll put a dent in their Plex tanks. Trench warfare. Yeah, this one. Except, where was it? New research data, advanced weapons bay, echo turrets, time bombs, web rockets. Ooh! And I researched the R5 Ghost. That's the one I mentioned. You're gonna be seeing this pop up at some... Actually, I don't know. I might not do it in the main campaign. I'm probably gonna, after I finish the game, I'm gonna do a few bonus episodes on how to get what were, at least for me, some of the more difficult achievements, because some of them are a piece of shit unless you know the right strategy and you have the right build. Deadly beacons, don't care about that. Lab, research, continue to just research everything, because I do want everything. Scally! As additional thanks for saving our facility, allow me to serve you some of my own personal stock of Vegemite. Okay, that feels weird in my stomach. Let's give up on this Calypso business and become full-time hyperfood mercenaries. Doesn't seem to be much of a difference between the two pursuits at times. How'd you like it? It's good. Your own personal stock, huh? What's in it, anyhow? Just me, baby. Just me. No additives or flavor enhancers, just like it says on the sign. Wait, Vegemite is Squell? I thought you knew. What part of you did I just eat? We hardly have parts. I suppose you could call it our detritus, similar to your dandruff. I think I'm gonna be sick. Like hardcore meat is any better. Do you know what a 6-rib is made of? Please don't tell me. Asteroid hopper tripes, heart tissue, shoulder cartridge, shoulder cartilage, and scalded stomach. Tripe is intestine, by the way. Oh shit! There's a bomb in the base! Okay. Yeah, call it. Go ahead and call in backup. We won't need them. Oh, that's all dead. So they're trying to assassinate Scally now. He's the CEO, isn't he? this a repair shop? Is this a drive-through repair bay? Oh, that's lovely! And it's just hanging out on the side of the battlefield. I don't even think I paid for that, unless he automatically deducted flex from my account through space magic? I don't know, I've heard stupider things. I mean, let's be honest, because space magic technology is a totally valid explanation when you're playing a sci-fi game. Man, I could go for some good science fiction right about now. Though I am fond of science fantasy, I've got a fondness for science fiction, and I've especially got a fondness for when you blur the two. Oh shit, I'm out of rockets. Let's get some more rockets up in there. Get some more rockets. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that energy regen. That is what I'm talking about. Let's get some more. Let's get some more me. We need more me. Meat. I do not remember the Matrix well enough to quote. Oh god, what even was his name? It was Mr. Anderson. Agent Smith. Oh man, I need to watch the Matrix. I need to do so much. Just like rewatch so many old beautiful movies. And I am enjoying taking that Shadow Potential field. I kind of missed the Assign Wave, but taking the Protovoltaic Arcing Cannon and /or the Shadow Potential field instead gives me a little bit more flexibility. And it's also a little bit easier to pilot because charged abilities. I mentioned this in my when I was playing the Gungeon. Charged abilities, they add a level of complexity, mechanical difficulty to any game, and that's fine if you're not also trying to do about 5 billion different things. And when you have movement abilities and weapon abilities, you're trying to maintain angle, velocity, and momentum with the dampening brakes, everything. The charge ability. If I start using the sine wave cannon, I usually end up only using the sine wave cannon. And even now, those rockets I've got bound to A and X, I'm kind of just holding down A and X while pointing in their general area. Because let's be honest, can you even see the rockets I'm firing in that mess? I mean, now you can, because the screen's kind of empty, but most of the time, it's like little tricks like that when you're creating a build in this game can make it easier to. No, let's actually use some good terminology. It lowers the skills. No, it raises the skill floor. That's what I'm trying to say. And what raising the skill floor means is that it raises the amount of power you can get out of a ship without raising the difficulty of that ship. And I'm not gonna pretend that I came up with that myself. That phrase and the idea of skill floors and ceilings, I only know about that from reading League of Legends patch notes, where they talk about different shit stuff. Just bleh. We've been over this before. While murdering a spaceship my way through the. I don't word good while I'm trying to kill. Okay, leave me alone. At least I can do puzzles. Oh man, I need to play a good puzzle game, but I'd have to find a good puzzle game that I haven't played yet. Scully, we can't stand for this affront. We must retaliate. So we target their distribution center. No, our core is too wealthy. However we interrupt their production, they'll recover. We must deal them a wound that cannot be bandaged by money. What are you suggesting, Butter? We will purchase 1 billion plex worth of 7R dine-in-only coupons as a gesture of peace. Then we shall distribute them to all the Momils and Centrians along the Actel Passage. Between the property damage and the bad company, they won't have a reasonable customer left. Brilliant! Momils and Centrians hate each other, if you remember that from the first galaxy. Man, I didn't know burger business got so vicious. Doesn't always involve rockets and lasers, but it's always a war. As for your reward, Sage, Calypso only came to me to hire my bud, Yellows. Yellows is both a sage and a top-flight nanny catering to Solarians of great affluence. Calypso's wife, the druid Cornelia, has been carrying his son for some time, and I can only assume that the babe is nearly done baking. And Calypso has enough duriel to give him a corona, and he needed a hospital on the edge of the world so that he could get it delivered in secret. We're putting shit together, y'all. That is all I know, which seems poor compensation for your help. Allow me to give you another gift. No thanks, I'm not hungry. That's fine. I'll just deliver it to your hangar then. Big butter. Probably a challenge for protecting him extra well. Research data. Now when it says research data, I think that they just gave me these weapons. Like these are Squell things that they just gave to me, or gave me the research for, because I didn't get that much time. Oh, Tapty? What is it, my sagely sleuth? You said the first corona was from Earth. Is that the one in Calypso's head? No, although oddly enough they are somewhat related. The first corona was found amongst the debris of shattered Earth. Calypso discovered that the asteroid on which the CIR had found the corona came from a piece of Earth that housed the ancestral tombs of his family. He was just a no-named runner back then, so when he sued the CIR for the rights to the find, he was promptly laughed out of court. Well, Sophians don't laugh, but the edges of their lips were turned slightly upwards, which means they may have what may as well have been rolling in the aisles. Well, a somber race then. But someone had taken notice. I'm not sure who, but by the way Calypso tells it, it sounded like a sojourness. You know, one of those overgrown puppets. Sleek neon lights, clearly just a proxy body for someone somewhere. The sojourness gave him a time and location, promising him what he was due. So there he sat, waiting in the middle of space, a blip on the radar, a CIR vessel with all the markings of an extinguisher's ship. Calypso thought he'd been sent up, a goner for sure. The ship approached and sat motionless before his bow. When he gathered the courage to board, he found the extinguisher. The Sophian sat lifeless in his chair with no signs of illness or injury. His thread had abandoned him. And that is how Calypso acquired his corona. What do you mean? Did he crack open the extinguisher's head and take it? He didn't say, but I can't imagine it happening any other way. Damn, that's kind of gruesome. Sophians become dry and brittle when they die, so he probably grabbed him by the horns and... Oh, that sound effect! I forgot that sound effect. That's the sound effect of him cracking his skull open. Like so many crabs. Oh, that was... okay. Well, thank you all so much for joining me back in this good old game of Ring Runners. But that is the end of that galaxy, so my curtain is calling to me. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 galaxies left. These triangles are bonuses. Like custom games in arcade and whatnot. So we only got 4 episodes left until we start hitting the conclusion, but that won't happen for a while, so I must bid you all adieu until I see you next time right here on the dark side.